Tonight, you are not just listening to stories. You are stepping into moments that actually happened. To real people, in real places, just like yours. Some of these people were alone. Some thought they were safe. And some didn't even realize something was wrong. Until it was too late. In the next hour, you will hear 20 true scary stories. Stories that people still cannot explain. Stories that started normal, just like any other day. And ended in a way they wish they could forget. But here's the strange part. Many of these stories don't feel like stories at all. They feel like warnings. Because what happened to them could happen to anyone. Even you. So turn off the lights. Get comfortable. And listen carefully. Because some of these sounds, some of these moments, might stay with you. Even after this video ends. And before we begin, make sure you like this video. Subscribe to the channel. And tell us in the comments which country you are watching from. Because these stories are traveling farther than you think. It was a normal night, just like tonight. Maybe you are lying in your bed right now, lights off, phone in your hand, thinking this is just another video. But what if, after this, you don't feel alone anymore? What if, the stories you hear tonight, don't stay inside the video? Some of these stories sound impossible. But the people who experienced them swear they are true. And the scariest part? Most of them happened at night, when everything is quiet, just like now. So if you feel something strange while listening, don't ignore it. Because sometimes, the things we don't see are the ones watching us the most. Before we go deeper, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel, because once you enter this world, you won't want to leave. And also, tell me in the comments where you are watching this from. I always wonder how far these stories travel in the dark. Now, turn down your lights, get comfortable. And let's begin. I still remember that summer night very clearly. We were around 13 or 14, and every evening we played outside until it got dark. Our favorite game was hide and seek, but a bigger version. We called it manhunt. That night, I was the seeker. The streets were quiet, and the only light came from a few street lamps and the moon. Perfect time for hiding. I started searching slowly, checking behind cars, inside bushes, and near fences. After some time, I found my first friend, Jake. But something felt strange about him. Jake was not the type to get scared. He was tall, strong, and always laughing. But that night, he looked nervous. He kept looking over my shoulder, like something was behind me. I asked him, "What's wrong?" He didn't answer right away. Then he said quietly, "I saw someone, but I don't think it's one of us." I laughed a little and said, "Maybe you just missed someone hiding." But he shook his head. No, it was a small kid, sitting in a tree. That made me pause. A small kid? At this time? I asked, "Which one of us?" He said, "I don't know him." Now that felt wrong. We all knew each other in the neighborhood. There was no random kid who would just show up and climb a tree in the dark. Still, I didn't want to scare him more. So I said, "Let's go check." We walked together, slowly, deeper into the small wooded area near our street. The trees were tall, and the wind made soft sounds, like whispers. Jake stayed very close to me. Every small sound made him jump. Then suddenly, he stopped walking. He grabbed my arm tightly. "There," he whispered. I looked up. At first, I saw nothing. Just branches, moving slightly. Then, I noticed something. A shape. Sitting on a branch, very high up. Too high for a normal kid. I squinted my eyes, trying to see clearly. And then, I saw him. A small boy. He was sitting very still. Watching us. His face looked young, but something about him felt old. His eyes, they didn't look like a child's eyes. They looked tired, and sad, like he had seen too much. He smiled slightly and said, very softly, "Hello." My body froze. Jake didn't say anything. The boy tilted his head and asked, "Can I play with you?" His voice was calm, but something about it felt wrong. I forced myself to speak. "Maybe tomorrow, you can come earlier and join us." The boy looked at us for a few seconds. Then he slowly nodded. "Okay." He moved back, crawling along the branch, and disappeared behind the tree. Just like that. Gone. We stood there in silence. Then I whispered, "Let's go." We didn't run. But we walked fast. Very fast. That night, none of us talked about it again. But I still remember one thing. When he disappeared. For a split second. His face changed. That soft, sad expression turned into pure anger. And I still don't know why. A few years later, I heard another story. This one happened to a man who worked as a fire investigator. He was used to danger, used to dark places, used to fear. Nothing scared him. Until that night. There was a huge fire in an old building. The fire destroyed most of it, but one part was still standing. After everything was under control, he went inside to investigate. It was daytime outside. But inside the building, it was completely dark. No light. No sound. Just silence. He had a flashlight. But even with it, he could barely see anything. The building had many floors, going down into a basement. He started walking down the stairs. Each step made a creaking sound. The deeper he went, the colder it felt. But he kept going. Halfway down, something happened. He heard a voice. A clear, deep voice. "Stop." He froze. He looked around. No one. Just darkness. He thought maybe it was his imagination. So he took another step. Then again, louder this time. "Stop." His heart started beating fast. The voice was not in his head. It was real. And it was coming from below. He pointed his flashlight down the stairs. But the light didn't reach far. It was like the darkness was swallowing it. He stood there for a few seconds. Then, he took one more step. And this time, the voice shouted. "Stop." Not angry. Not screaming. Just strong, and serious. Like a warning. That was enough. He turned around immediately. And started going back up. Slowly, carefully, but quickly. He didn't run. But inside, he was terrified. When he finally reached outside, the sunlight felt different. Safer. Later, people checked the basement. There was nothing there. No person. No body. No sound. Nothing. To this day, he says one thing. "I don't know who that was, but I know one thing. If I didn't listen, I wouldn't be here today." Now tell me. Would you have gone further? Or would you stop, when something you cannot see, tells you to? Because sometimes, the scariest thing is not what you see. It's what you hear, in the dark. It was late summer, the kind of night where the air feels heavy and quiet. My friend Daniel and I were working a night shift at a small gas station on the edge of town. It was one of those places where after midnight, no one really comes unless they are lost, tired, or hiding something. The road outside was long and empty. Trees on both sides. No houses nearby. Just darkness. At around 2:15 a.m., a car pulled in slowly. It didn't feel normal. Most people drive in, park fast, and get out. But this car rolled in very slowly, like the driver was thinking, or watching. The car stopped near the pump, but no one came out. Daniel looked at me and whispered, "You go check." I laughed nervously and said, "Why me?" He just shrugged. So I stepped outside. The night felt colder than before. I walked toward the car. The engine was still running. The windows were tinted dark. I knocked on the driver's window. No answer. I knocked again. Then slowly, the window rolled down. Inside was a man. Pale face. Very still. His eyes looked tired, but also strange. Like he hadn't slept in days. "Pump 3?" I asked. He didn't answer right away. He just looked at me. Then he said in a very quiet voice, "Do you hear it too?" I felt confused. "Hear what?" He turned his head slowly and looked behind him, toward the back seat. Then he said, "The breathing." My heart dropped. I forced a small laugh and said, "Sir, I think you are just tired." He looked back at me and smiled, but it wasn't a normal smile. Then he said, "I was alone when I started driving." I stepped back a little. He suddenly reached out and grabbed my wrist. His hand was ice cold. "Don't let it follow you," he whispered. I pulled my hand back quickly. At that exact moment, Daniel shouted from inside, "Hey! Someone is at the back door." I turned my head for just 1 second. And when I looked back, the car was gone. No sound. No headlights. Nothing. Just empty road. I ran back inside fast. Daniel was standing near the back door, looking scared. "There's someone knocking," he said. We both stood there, frozen. Knock, knock, knock. Slow. Soft. But clear. The back door had no windows. We couldn't see who was there. "Maybe it's a customer," I said, but my voice was shaking. Daniel shook his head. "No one parks back there." The knocking came again. This time louder. Knock, knock, knock. And then, we heard it. Breathing. Heavy breathing, from the other side of the door. We both stepped back. No one moved. After a few seconds, the breathing stopped. Silence. We didn't open that door. Not that night. Not ever. The next morning, we checked the security cameras. The car did come in. I walked to it. But when the window rolled down, the inside was empty. No driver. No one in the back seat. Just darkness. And when I turned away, the car didn't drive off. It simply disappeared. We both quit that job 2 days later. And sometimes, when I'm alone at night, I still feel like something is standing behind me. Breathing. The second story happened to a girl named Emily. She had just moved into a small apartment in a quiet city. It was cheap, clean, and close to her work. At first, everything felt normal. But the first strange thing happened on her third night. She woke up at exactly 3:07 a.m. Not because of a noise, but because she felt like someone was watching her. Her room was dark, but not fully. A little light came in from the street. She looked around. Nothing. Then she turned to her closet. The door was slightly open. She was sure she had closed it before sleeping. She sat up slowly. "Hello?" she said softly. No answer. She laughed nervously and got out of bed. She walked to the closet and pushed the door open. Inside, everything looked normal. Clothes hanging. Shoes on the floor. Nothing else. She closed the door and went back to bed. But something felt wrong. The next night, it happened again. 3:07 a.m. Eyes open. Same feeling. Watching. This time, she didn't move. She just stared at the closet. The door was closed. Then slowly, very slowly, it creaked open. Just a little. Emily stopped breathing. She pulled the blanket up to her face. Someone is playing a joke, she whispered to herself. But deep down, she knew no one else had a key. The door stayed slightly open. Nothing came out. After a long time, she finally fell asleep again. The next day, she told her friend Jake. He laughed and said, "Old buildings make sounds. It's normal." Emily tried to believe him. That night, she decided to test something. Before sleeping, she locked the closet door using a small hook from outside. "There," she said. "Now it can't open." She went to bed. Everything was quiet. Then. 3:07 a.m. Her eyes opened again. This time, she didn't feel watched. She felt closer. Like whatever it was not in the closet anymore. It was in the room. She slowly turned her head. And saw it. Standing in the corner of her room. A tall shadow. Too tall to be a person. Its head almost touching the ceiling. No face. Just darkness. Emily couldn't move. Her body felt frozen. The shadow slowly moved its head toward her. Then, it started walking. Slow, soft steps. Closer to the bed. Emily tried to scream, but no sound came out. The shadow stopped right next to her bed. Then, it leaned down. Very close to her face. She could feel cold air, like breathing. Then she heard a whisper. "You locked the door, so I came out earlier." Her eyes filled with tears. She closed them tight. After a few seconds, everything went silent. When she opened her eyes again, the room was empty. The closet door, still locked. The next morning, she packed her things and left that apartment. She never went back. But even now, sometimes she wakes up at exactly 3:07 a.m. And every time, she feels that same cold breath near her face. As if it followed her. And it is just waiting for her to sleep again. It was a quiet winter night when Mark decided to take a shortcut home. He had just finished a late shift at the warehouse. It was around 1:30 a.m. The main road was long, but safe. The shortcut was faster, but it went through an old forest road that people usually avoided at night. Mark was tired. He didn't want to drive another 20 minutes. So he took the shortcut. At first, everything felt normal. The road was empty. His car headlights cut through the darkness. Snow was piled on the sides of the road, and the trees looked like tall black shadows. Then his radio started making a strange noise. Static. He tapped it. "Come on, not now." The static got louder. Then suddenly, the radio turned clear. But no music was playing. Instead, a voice. Very soft. "Turn back." Mark froze. "What?" he said, looking at the radio. The voice came again. "You shouldn't be here." Mark's hands tightened on the steering wheel. "Okay, this is just some signal problem," he told himself. He tried to change the station. Nothing worked. The voice got a little louder. "He is on the road." Mark's heart started beating fast. "Who is?" he said out loud, without thinking. No answer. The radio went silent again. Complete silence. Mark laughed nervously. "I need sleep, that's all." He kept driving. A few minutes later, he saw something ahead. A figure. Standing in the middle of the road. Mark quickly pressed the brake. The car stopped just a few feet away. The figure didn't move. It looked like a man. Tall. Thin. Wearing something long, like a coat. Mark rolled down the window slightly. "Hey. You okay?" he called out. No answer. The man slowly lifted his head. His face was wrong. Too pale. Eyes too dark. And his mouth, stretched into a wide smile. Mark felt fear hit him like ice. "Okay, nope," he whispered. He quickly locked his doors. The man started walking toward the car. Slow steps. Mark put the car in reverse. But the car didn't move. The engine was running, but the car stayed still. "Come on. Move," he shouted. The man was now right in front of the car. Then, he bent down. And looked directly into the windshield. His eyes were empty. Then he raised one hand, and pointed behind Mark. Very slowly. Mark didn't want to look. Every part of him said don't do it. But he did. He looked in the rearview mirror. And saw someone sitting in the back seat. A woman. Her head tilted to the side. Hair covering her face. Not moving. Mark screamed and turned back to the front. The man was gone. The car suddenly started moving again. Mark pressed the gas hard and drove as fast as he could. He didn't stop until he reached the main road. When he finally looked in the mirror again, the back seat was empty. The next day, Mark checked his car. The back door was slightly open. And inside, on the seat, there were wet footprints. Like someone had been sitting there, in the snow. He never took that road again. The second story is about a boy named Ryan. He was 12 years old and loved playing video games late at night. His parents didn't like it, but they worked late, so he often stayed awake longer than he should. One night, around midnight, he was playing on his computer. His room was on the second floor. His window faced the street. Everything was quiet. Then he heard a soft tap. Tap, tap, tap. He looked at the window. Nothing. He shook his head and kept playing. A few minutes later. Tap, tap, tap. This time louder. Ryan frowned. Probably a tree, he said. But there were no trees near his window. He slowly stood up and walked closer. The curtain moved slightly. Like something had touched it from outside. Ryan's stomach felt tight. That's not possible, he whispered. He pulled the curtain open quickly. Nothing was there. Just empty street. He laughed nervously and went back to his chair. But something felt wrong. He couldn't focus on the game anymore. Then his computer screen flickered. The game closed by itself. And a black screen appeared. White text started typing, on its own. Why didn't you open the window? Ryan froze. His hands were off the keyboard. I didn't type that, he said quietly. More text appeared. I was knocking. Ryan's heart started racing. He slowly turned his head toward the window. The curtain moved again. This time, stronger. As if someone was pushing it from outside. I can see you. Ryan stood up fast. No, 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 no. The text continued. Let me in. Ryan grabbed his phone and tried to call his mom. No signal. The lights in his room flickered once. Then went back to normal. The tapping started again. But now, it was louder. Faster. Tap 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 tap. Like someone was getting angry. Ryan backed away from the window. Go away, he shouted. The tapping stopped. Silence. For a few seconds, nothing happened. Then suddenly. Bang! The window shook hard. Ryan screamed and ran out of his room. He didn't stop until he reached the living room downstairs. He stayed there the whole night with all the lights on. When his parents came home, he told them everything. His dad went upstairs to check. The window was closed. Locked. Nothing broken. Everything normal. But when they checked the computer, the screen was still on. And the last message was still there. You looked away. Ryan never played late at night again. And even now, he never opens his window after dark. Because sometimes, late at night, he still hears soft tapping. Very, very close. It was a warm summer night when Daniel stayed late at his office. He worked as a security guard in a quiet building on the edge of town. Most nights were boring. Nothing happened. Just cameras, empty halls, and silence. But that night felt different from the start. At around 1:15 a.m., Daniel noticed something strange on the security screens. One camera, placed in a long hallway on the third floor, showed a shadow moving. It was not clear. It looked like a person, but the movement was slow, too slow. Daniel leaned closer to the screen. Maybe just a glitch, he whispered to himself. The building was old, and cameras sometimes had problems. Still, something about that shadow felt wrong. He decided to check it in person. Daniel took his flashlight and walked to the elevator. As he went up to the third floor, he felt a strange pressure in his chest. Like something was waiting for him. The elevator doors opened with a soft ding. The hallway was empty. Long, quiet, and dimly lit. Daniel walked slowly, his footsteps echoing. He turned his flashlight toward the end of the hall where he had seen the shadow. Nothing. Just silence. He sighed. Yeah, just my mind, he said. But then, he heard a soft sound. A whisper. Very quiet. Daniel. He froze. His heart started beating fast. Who's there? He called out. No answer. Only silence again. He moved forward, step by step. The whisper came again, a little louder this time. Daniel. Now it sounded like it was coming from behind him. He quickly turned around. No one. His breathing got heavy. He started walking back toward the elevator. But suddenly, the lights in the hallway flickered. On. Off. On. Off. And in that quick flicker, he saw it. At the far end of the hallway. A person. Standing still. Tall. Thin. Not moving. Daniel's hand started shaking. He pointed the flashlight directly at it. But when the light hit, there was nothing. Empty again. No, 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 he whispered. He pressed the elevator button again and again. The whisper came one last time, right next to his ear. Don't leave. Daniel didn't wait. The elevator finally opened and he rushed inside. He went straight to the ground floor and sat in the security room, shaking. The strange part. When he checked the cameras again, there was no shadow. No figure. Nothing at all. But one thing changed. On the screen, in the reflection of the hallway camera, he could see himself standing there. Even though he was sitting in the security room. He quit that job the next day. And to this day, he says one thing. That thing knew my name, before I ever walked into that building. That same year, in a small town, a girl named Emily moved into a new house with her parents. The house was old, but beautiful. Wooden floors, big windows, and a large backyard. At first, everything felt perfect. But Emily had trouble sleeping. Every night, around 2 a.m., she would wake up. Not because of noise. But because of a feeling. Like someone was watching her. One night, she opened her eyes slowly. Her room was dark, but she could see the outline of her closet. And something was wrong. The closet door was open. She clearly remembered closing it before sleeping. Emily sat up slowly. "Mom?" she called softly. No answer. She stared at the closet. Dark inside. Too dark. Then she saw something move. Very slightly. Like a shape shifting. Her heart started racing. "Dad?" she tried again. Still no answer. She pulled the blanket up to her face but kept looking. And then two small white dots appeared in the darkness. Eyes. Looking at her. Emily couldn't move. Couldn't speak. The eyes blinked once. Then a soft voice came from inside the closet. "Emily, come here." She shook her head slowly, tears forming. "No." The voice became a little stronger. "Come here. I want to show you something." Emily grabbed her pillow tight. "I'm not coming," she whispered. The closet door moved a little wider, by itself. The darkness inside felt deeper now. The eyes didn't move. Just staring. Then suddenly, the voice changed. It became angry. "Come here." Emily screamed and jumped out of bed, running to her parents' room. Her parents woke up quickly. "What happened?" her mom asked. "There's something in my closet," Emily cried. Her dad immediately went to her room and opened the closet. Nothing. Just clothes. No one there. "See?" "Nothing," her dad said calmly. Emily didn't believe him. She refused to sleep in that room again. The next day, her parents checked everything. No signs of anyone. No break-ins. No hidden spaces. But that night, at exactly 2 a.m., Emily's mom woke up. She heard something. A soft whisper. Coming from Emily's room. She slowly walked to the door and listened. The voice was clear. "Emily. I'm still here." Her mom quickly opened the door. The room was empty. Emily was sleeping next to her dad. But the closet door was wide open. And inside, for just 1 second, she saw those same white eyes. Watching. After that night, they moved out within a week. Emily never saw the eyes again. But sometimes, when she wakes up at night, she still feels like something is watching her. From the dark. Ryan had just moved into a small apartment in a quiet city. It was cheap, clean, and close to his new job. Everything felt normal at first. The building was old, but not in a bad way. Just quiet, maybe too quiet. On his first night, Ryan was very tired. He unpacked a few boxes, ate some food, and went to bed early. Around 2:30 a.m., he woke up suddenly. No loud sound. No dream. Just, awake. He looked around his dark room. Everything looked normal. But then he heard it. A soft tapping sound. Tap, tap, tap. It was coming from the wall next to his bed. Ryan sat up slowly. "Maybe pipes," he whispered. The building was old, after all. But the tapping didn't stop. Tap, tap, tap. Then it changed. Tap, 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 tap. It sounded like a pattern. Ryan frowned. "Is someone knocking?" He leaned closer to the wall and knocked back once. Knock. The tapping stopped. For a few seconds, there was silence. Then suddenly. Tap tap, tap, tap tap. Ryan pulled back quickly. "That's not pipes," he said under his breath. It felt like someone was answering him. He stood up and moved away from the wall. His heart was beating faster now. The tapping came again. But this time, it sounded like it was coming from inside the wall. Like someone was trapped there. "Hello?" Ryan called out. No answer. Only silence. He didn't sleep much that night. The next day, he asked the landlord about the apartment next to his. "Oh, that one," the landlord said. "It's empty." "Empty?" Ryan asked. "Yes. No one has lived there for months." Ryan felt cold. "But I heard knocking from the wall," he said. The landlord just shrugged. "Old building. Pipes, maybe." Ryan wasn't convinced. That night, he stayed awake, waiting. Around 2:30 a.m. It started again. Tap, tap, tap. This time, Ryan didn't respond. He just listened. The tapping grew faster. Tap 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 tap. Then it suddenly stopped. And after a few seconds, a slow scratching sound began. Like nails dragging across wood. Ryan covered his ears. No, no. Then, a voice. Very faint. Coming through the wall. "Help me." Ryan froze. His whole body went cold. "Please, help me." The voice sounded weak. Like someone tired, or hurt. Ryan rushed to the wall. "Where are you?" No answer. Only scratching again. Then silence. The next morning, Ryan called the police. They came, checked the walls, even opened part of it. Nothing. No space. No hidden room. Nothing at all. But before they left, one officer said something strange. "This building, there was an accident here years ago. Someone got trapped during construction." Ryan's face went pale. "Did they find the body?" he asked. The officer looked at him quietly. "No." Ryan moved out that same day. But even now, sometimes at night, when everything is silent, he hears tapping. Slow, patient. Like something is still waiting. In another town, far from the city, there was a long road that people avoided at night. It was called Willow Road. During the day, it looked normal. Trees on both sides, a quiet path, nothing special. But at night, people said strange things happened there. Lucas didn't believe in any of that. One night, he was driving home late after visiting a friend. His GPS showed Willow Road as the fastest way. He didn't think twice. As he turned onto the road, he noticed how dark it was. No street lights. Only his car headlights cutting through the black. The trees looked tall, almost like they were leaning over the road. Lucas turned on some music to feel less alone. For a while, everything was fine. Then suddenly, his radio stopped. Static filled the car. "Great," he sighed. He tried to change the station. Nothing worked. Then, through the static, he heard something. A voice. Soft at first. "Help." Lucas froze. He turned the volume down. "Please, help me." The voice sounded like a woman. Very weak. Very scared. Lucas looked around. There was no one on the road. Just trees. And darkness. "This is not real," he said to himself. But the voice came again. "Stop the car." His hands tightened on the steering wheel. "No," he whispered. "Please." Lucas shook his head and pressed the gas pedal harder. "I'm not stopping." Then suddenly, a figure appeared on the road. Right in front of his car. Lucas slammed the brakes. The car stopped just inches away. His heart was pounding. In the headlights, he saw a woman. Standing still. Her hair long and messy. Her clothes dirty. Her face, pale. She slowly lifted her head and looked at him. Her eyes. They looked empty. Like there was nothing inside. Lucas felt frozen. He didn't open the door. Didn't move. The woman slowly walked closer to the car. Step by step. You didn't stop, she said softly. Lucas shook his head. Stay back. She reached the front of the car and placed her hand on the hood. Her fingers looked wrong. Too long. Too thin. You never stop, she whispered. Lucas quickly locked the doors. The woman tilted her head. Then suddenly. She smiled. A wide, unnatural smile. And in one blink. She was gone. Lucas gasped. He looked around. Nothing. No one. The road was empty again. He didn't wait. He drove as fast as he could until he reached the main road. When he got home, his hands were still shaking. The next day, he told his friend. His friend went silent. There's a story about that road, he said. What story? Lucas asked. A woman died there years ago. She used to stop cars for help, but no one stopped. Lucas felt a chill run down his spine. And they say, she still tries to stop people. Lucas never drove on that road again. But sometimes, when he listens to the radio late at night, he hears static. And through it, a soft voice. Please, stop. It was night time. Very quiet night. Mark was in his small house. He lived alone. No family, no friends close. Just him and silence. That night he was little tired. He eat food, watch some TV, then go to bed. Time was maybe 12:40 a.m. Everything normal. After some time, he wake up. He don't know why. Room was dark. Very dark. He look at door. Door was little open. He remember, he close it before sleep. He sit up slowly. Maybe I forget, he say. But then, he hear small sound. Creak. Door move little more. Mark stop breathing for second. Hello, he say. No answer. Only silence. He think maybe air, but windows was closed. Then, he hear step. Slow step. From outside room. Step, step, step. Someone walking. Mark heart go fast. Who is there, he say little loud. No answer. Step stop. Then after few second. He hear whisper. Very low voice. Mark. He freeze. How you know my name, he say. No answer. Then again. Mark, open door. Now door move more. Slow, very slow. Mark feel very cold. He take blanket and cover half face. I not open, he say. Then voice change. Now little angry. Open, the door. Mark start shaking. He don't move. Door open more, little more. But then suddenly. It stop. Complete stop. Silence again. Long silence. Maybe 2 minutes, maybe more. Then. He hears something from under bed. Small sound. Scratch, scratch. Mark eyes go wide. No, he whisper. Scratch come again. From under his bed. Like someone, under there. He slowly move legs up. Not touching floor. Then he hear it. Very close voice. From under bed. Why you not look down? Mark. Mark scream loud. He jump from bed and run out room. He not look back. He go outside house and stay there till morning. Next day he calls someone to check house. They check everything. Under bed, nothing. No person. No animal. Nothing. But Mark never sleep in that room again. And one thing he always say. Whatever was there, it know my name, and it was inside my house. In other place, there was girl. Her name was Sophie. She lived with her mother in small town. House was old but okay. Sophie was 8-year-old. Small, quiet girl. One night, she wake up. She feel thirsty. She go to kitchen. Lights off. She walk slow. Then she see something. Her mother standing in kitchen. Back facing Sophie. Sophie, go back to sleep, her mother say. Voice sound little strange. Sophie stop. But mom. I want water, she say. Mother not turn. Sophie, go, back, now. Voice now more slow, more deep. Sophie feel something wrong. Her real mom never talk like this. She step back slowly. Then she hear another voice. From behind her. Sophie, who are you talking to? Sophie freeze. That was her real mom voice. She turned slowly. Her real mom standing behind her. From hallway. Sophie eyes fill with fear. She looked back to kitchen. The mother in kitchen still standing. But now. It slowly turn head. Very slow. Face come in little light. It was not her mom. Face was wrong. Smile too big. Eyes too dark. Sophie start crying. Her real mom run to her and pull her back. Don't look, she shout. They both run to bedroom and lock door. Sophie shaking. Mom, who was that, she say. Her mom not answer. She just hold Sophie tight. Whole night they not sleep. Next morning, her mom check kitchen. Nothing. All normal. But one thing was strange. On the floor. There was wet footprints. From kitchen. Going to hallway. Then stop, right where Sophie was standing. After that day, her mom never let her walk alone at night. And Sophie always remember that face. That fake smile. And sometimes. When she wake up at night. She feel like someone standing in kitchen again. Waiting. Watching. It was winter time. Cold night. Snow outside. Jake was driving back home. Long road, no people, no cars. Just him and his car. Time maybe 1:20 a.m. Road was very quiet. Only car light in dark. Jake was little tired but still okay. He turned on radio to stay awake. Music playing soft. Then suddenly, radio stop. Only static sound. Again this stupid radio, Jake say. He try to change station. Nothing. Then, he hear voice. From radio. Very low. Help me. Jake look at radio. What? Voice come again. Please, help me. Jake feel strange. He look outside. No one. No. I not stop, he say. But voice come again. I am cold. Jake hands little shake. Then suddenly. His car headlights show something. On road. A person. Standing. Jake brake fast. Car stop just in time. His heart beat very fast. He looked carefully. It was a girl. Young girl. Standing in snow. No jacket. No shoes. Just thin dress. Jake open window little. Hey. You okay, he say. Girl not answer. She slowly look at him. Face pale, very pale. Eyes dark. You hear me, she say. Jake swallow. You need help. Girl nod slow. Take me home. Jake think for second. Road empty. Night cold. He open door. Sit inside, he say. Girl come slowly and sit in back seat. Very quiet. Jake start driving again. Where your home, he ask. Girl not answer. Just point forward. Jake drive more. Silence in car. Very heavy silence. Jake look in mirror. Girl sitting still. Not moving. Then, he see something strange. Her clothes, still wet. Like snow melting, but no water drop. Just, dark wet. Jake feel cold. You okay, he ask again. No answer. After some time, girl say. Stop here. Car was now near forest. No house. Nothing. Jake confused. There is no home here, he say. Girl slowly lift head. This is where I died. Jake freeze. What? He look back. Back seat, empty. Girl gone. Door still closed. No sound. Nothing. Jake heart almost stop. He open door and run outside. Snow everywhere. No footprints. Nothing. He run back in car and drive fast. Very fast. Next day he ask people in town. One old man tell him. Many years ago, girl die on that road. In snow. She ask for help, but no one stop. Jake never drive that road again. But sometimes. When radio static come. He hear same voice. You hear me. In another place, there was boy. His name was Ethan. He live with his dad. Small house, quiet area. One night, his dad go night shift job. Ethan alone in house. He was watching TV. Time around 11 p.m. Everything normal. Then, lights flicker. On, off, on. Ethan look up. Power problem, he say. Then TV turn off by itself. Room go dark. Only little light from outside. Ethan feel little scared. Dad, he call. No answer. Of course, Dad not home. Then he hear something. From upstairs. Footsteps. Slow. Step, step, step. Ethan freeze. No one upstairs, he whisper. Step stop. Silence. Then again. Step, step. Ethan stand up slowly. He take small torch. Maybe thief, he say. But voice inside say, no. He walk to stairs. Each step make sound. Creak. Creak. He reach upstairs. Hallway dark. Very dark. He point torch forward. Nothing. All doors closed. Then suddenly. One door open little. By itself. Ethan stop breathing. That not funny, he say. No answer. He walk slowly to that door. It was his dad room. Door open more. Inside full dark. Ethan move closer. Then, he hear whisper. From inside room. Ethan. He step back. Who is there, he say. No answer. Then whisper again. Come inside. Ethan shake head. No. Then voice change. Now louder. Come inside. Ethan run. He run downstairs fast. He grab phone and call Dad. Dad please come home, he cry. Dad come after some time. They check house. Everything normal. No one. Next night. Ethan sleep with light on. But at around 2 a.m. he wake up. Room quiet. Then he hear it again. From under his bed. Ethan. He slowly look down. Dark. Then something move. Two eyes. Looking at him. Very close. He scream loud. Dad come running. Check under bed. Nothing. But Ethan never sleep alone again. And sometimes. He say he still hear voice. From under bed. Calling him. Soft, slow. Ethan. Mia was 19-year-old girl. She start new job in small hotel near highway. Hotel was old. Very old. But money was okay, so she take job. Her work was night shift. She sit alone at front desk from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. First few nights normal. Some guests come, some leave. Nothing strange. But one night, something happened. Time was 2:14 a.m. Rain outside. Heavy rain. Hotel very quiet. Mia was using phone when she hear elevator sound. Ding. She look up. Elevator door open slowly. But no one come out. She wait few second. Nothing. Maybe someone press wrong floor, she say. Then elevator close again. Ding. Go up. Mia continue using phone. After maybe 1 minute. Elevator come down again. Ding. Door open. Again, nobody there. Now Mia feel little strange. She stand up and look inside elevator. Empty. No person. She press button and door close. Okay, weird, she whisper. Then phone ring. Hotel phone. Mia answer. Hello, front desk. No answer. Only breathing. Slow breathing. Hello. Then voice come. Very low. Room. 307. Call end. Mia look at computer. Room 307 was empty. No guest there. She feel cold in body. Then suddenly. Elevator ding again. Door open. This time. She see wet footprints. Coming out from elevator. Like someone invisible walk out. Mia stop breathing. Footprints move slowly across floor. One by one. Wet marks. Going toward hallway. Then stop. Right in front of front desk. Mia look around. No one there. Then she hear whisper. Very close. Can you help me? Mia almost cry. She grab keys and call manager. Manager say maybe prank. But Mia know, this was not prank. Still, manager tell her check room 307. Mia not want go. But she slowly walk upstairs. Hallway dark and quiet. She stop in front of room 307. Door little open. Very little. Mia push door slowly. Room dark. No sound. Then. Bathroom light turn on by itself. Mia shake. Hello. No answer. She move closer. Then she see mirror. Words on mirror. Written in water. He is still here. Mia run out room fast. Next morning, old worker tell her something. Years ago, woman die in room 307. Police never find killer. After that, Mia quit job. But even now. Sometimes when phone ring late night. She remember that breathing. And those wet footprints. In another town, there was boy named Chris. He lived near forest. Big dark forest behind his house. People say strange things happen there. But Chris never believe. One night, his dog start barking at back door. Very loud. Chris wake up. Time was 3 a.m. He look outside window. Forest dark. Wind moving trees. Dog still barking. Stop it, Chris say. But dog now whining. Scared whining. Chris feel strange. Then he see it. Between trees. A tall shape. Standing still. Very tall. Too tall. Chris' eyes get wide. What is that? Shape not move. Just standing there. Watching house. Chris close curtain fast. Heart beating fast. He tell himself maybe tree, maybe shadow. Then. Knock knock knock. From back door. Chris freeze. Nobody should be there. Not at 3 a.m. Dog now hide under table. Chris slowly walk to kitchen. Knock again. Slow this time. Knock. Knock. Then voice come. Chris. His blood go cold. Voice was not normal. It sound fake. Like someone trying copy human voice. Chris, open door. Chris step back. No. Voice come again. Your mother need help. Chris eyes go wide. His mom was at work. How this thing know that? He grab phone fast and call mother. She answer. Mom, where are you? I'm at hospital job. Why? Chris almost cry. There is someone outside. Then suddenly. Back door handle start moving. Slowly. Left, right. Left, right. Like someone trying open it. Chris lock kitchen door too. Dog shaking badly. Then. Silence. Complete silence. Chris wait maybe 10 minutes. Nothing. Finally he look outside from window. No shape. No person. Nothing. Morning come. Chris go outside carefully. Near back door. There was footprints. Very long footprints. Not normal human feet. And they go toward forest. Old neighbor see footprints and face become pale. You heard it talk, old man ask. Chris nod. Old man whisper slow. Never answer voices from forest at night. After that, Chris never go near forest again. And every night. At around 3 a.m. His dog still stare at trees. Like something still there. Watching house from dark. Lena was living alone in small apartment. City was big, noisy in daytime, but night time become very quiet. Her apartment was on 4th floor. Old building. Old walls. Old pipes. Every night before sleep, Lena lock all doors and windows. She always careful. One night, she was lying in bed and watching videos on phone. Time maybe 1:40 a.m. Then she hear sound. Knock. Very soft knock. From apartment door. Lena look toward hallway. Another knock come. Knock, knock. She feel strange. Nobody visit her at night. She stand up slowly and walk near door. Who is there, she ask. No answer. She look from peephole. Nobody. Hallway empty. Lena open door little. Nothing outside. Just quiet hallway. She close door and lock again. Maybe kids prank, she whisper. Then she go back bed. 5 minutes later. Knock again. This time louder. Knock. 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 Lena jump little. Now she angry. She walk fast to door and look from peephole again. Nobody. But this time, she noticed something. At end of hallway. One man standing. Very far. Standing still. Face hard to see. Lena feel cold. Man not moving. Just standing. She quickly closed peephole cover and step back. Then her phone vibrate. Unknown number. She answer slowly. Hello. For few second, silence. Then voice come. Soft voice. Why you not open door? Lena body freeze. How you get my number, she whisper. Voice laugh little. Very low laugh. Then call end. Lena lock every lock again. Heart beating fast. Then. Knock come again. But not from apartment door. This time. From bedroom window. Knock, knock. Lena slowly turn head. Her apartment was 4th floor. Nobody can stand outside window. She feel tears in eyes. Knock again. Slow. Then she hear whisper outside window. Lena. She back away slowly. Curtains closed. But she can see shadow behind curtain. Tall shadow. Standing outside window. Impossible. Very impossible. Then suddenly. Curtain move little. Like fingers touching it from outside. Lena scream and run bathroom. She stay there whole night. Morning come. She call police. Police check apartment. Nothing outside window. No ladder. No footprints. Nothing. But one old police officer ask her. Did the man in hallway have very pale face? Lena look shocked. Yes. Officer go quiet few second. Then say. You are not first person saying this. Lena move out next week. But even now. When someone knock late night. She never answer. In another place, there was young man named Noah. He work in grocery store. One night after work, he walk home alone. Road was empty. Street lights weak. Cold wind blowing. Time around 12:50 a.m. Noah had headphones on, listening music. Then suddenly. Music stop. Phone battery dead. No luck tonight, he sigh. As he walk, he hear another footsteps. Behind him. Step, step, step. Noah look back. Nobody there. Only empty road. He continue walking. Again. Step, step, step. This time closer. Noah stop walking. Footsteps stop too. He feels strange now. He start walking faster. Footsteps also faster. Step, step, step. Now very close. Noah quickly turn around. Still nobody. His breathing become heavy. Then he hear whisper. Very close to ear. Don't turn around again. Noah heart almost stop. He run. Fast as possible. Cold air hitting face. But footsteps still behind him. Running too. Step 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 step. Noah turn corner fast. Then he see old woman standing near bus stop. He run to her. Please, someone following me, he say. Old woman look at him strange. What happened? Noah point behind. Nobody there now, but I hear. Woman face suddenly become pale. She stare behind Noah. Very scared. Slowly she whisper. Don't move. Noah body freeze. What? Woman eyes shaking. There is someone standing behind you. Noah feel cold all over body. Very slowly. He turn head little. And he see it. Tall black shape. Standing maybe 1 foot behind him. No face. No eyes. Just darkness. But somehow. He feel it smiling. Noah scream and fall back. Old woman start praying loudly. Then street light flicker. 1 time. 2 times. And shape disappear. Gone. Noah breathing hard. What was that, he whisper. Old woman shake head slowly. I see that thing before, she say. What thing? It follow people at night. Noah never walk home alone again. But sometimes. When he walk in quiet road. He still hear footsteps behind him. Matching his every step. Slow. Patient. Waiting. Oliver was staying in his uncle's house for few days. House was outside city. Very quiet place. No close neighbors. Big trees around house. His uncle went out of town for work, so Oliver stayed there alone. First day was okay. Second day also okay. But third night. Something happened. Time was maybe 2 a.m. Oliver was sleeping on couch in living room because bedroom upstairs felt strange to him. Outside was raining. Wind sound loud. Then suddenly. TV turn on by itself. Oliver wake up fast. Screen full static. He grab remote and turn TV off. Old stupid TV, he whisper. Then he lie down again. But after maybe 1 minute. TV turn on again. Static sound louder now. Oliver sit up angry. What the hell? He unplug TV from wall. Now turn on, he say. He laugh little and go back couch. Then. TV turn on again. Still unplugged. Oliver face lose color. No. Screen flicker slowly. Then picture come. Black and white picture. Look like camera recording inside house. Oliver eyes become wide. It was showing kitchen. Live kitchen. Then camera moves slowly. Like someone holding it. Walking inside house. Oliver breathing become fast. This not funny. Camera move from kitchen to hallway. Then to living room. Toward him. But there was nobody there holding camera. Only empty dark hallway. Then on TV screen. He see himself. Sitting on couch. Watching TV. Oliver slowly looked behind him. Nothing there. When he looked back to TV. The version of himself on screen was gone. Couch on TV now empty. But real Oliver still sitting there. Then. Something appear on screen behind couch. Tall shape. Standing behind where Oliver was sitting. Very thin. Very dark. Head bent strange way. Oliver too scared to move. Shape on TV slowly lift arm. Pointing at him. Then TV screen suddenly go black. Silence. Complete silence. Oliver grab keys and run outside house into rain. He stay inside car till morning. Next day uncle come back. Oliver tell everything. Uncle become quiet. Very quiet. Then he say. You saw it too. Oliver stare at him. What you mean? Uncle sigh slow. Your aunt used to say she saw a dark man in this house before she died. Oliver never stay there again. But sometimes. He still dream about that TV screen. And that thing standing behind him. Watching. In another town, there was little girl named Ava. She was 7 years old. She had small room with toys, dolls, teddy bears. One doll was her favorite. Big doll with blue dress. Name was Lily. Ava take doll everywhere. Eat with it. Sleep with it. Talk with it. One night, Ava wake up suddenly. Room dark. Moonlight little coming from window. She look at chair near bed. Doll was sitting there. But Ava remember sleeping while holding it. She feel little scared. Still, she get out bed and take doll back. You fall down, she whisper. She hug doll and sleep again. Next night. Same thing happen. Ava wake up. Doll sitting on chair again. This time facing her bed. Ava feel strange. Very strange. She take doll and put inside closet. Then sleep. Morning come. Closet door open. Doll back on chair. Ava tell her mom. Mom laugh little. You moving it in sleep maybe. Ava not sure. That night. Rain outside. Wind strong. Ava sleeping. Then she hear whisper. Soft whisper. Ava. She open eyes slowly. Room dark. Chair empty. Doll not there. Ava sit up fast. Mom. Then whisper come again. Ava. This time from under bed. Ava almost cry. She pull blanket close. Then slowly. She see doll face appear from side of bed. Looking at her. Smile looked wrong. Eyes looked real. Very real. Ava, play with me, whisper say. Ava scream loud. Her parents run inside room. Doll was lying middle of floor. Nothing else. Dad angry little. Too many scary cartoons, he say. But Ava know what she see. Next few days, strange things happen. Doll move places. Bedroom door open by itself. Whispers at night. Then one night. Ava mom wake up because she hear Ava talking. She go near room quietly. Ava sitting on floor in dark. Facing doll. Talking softly. Mom feel cold. Ava, she say. Ava slowly turn head. Eyes half open. Like sleepwalking. Then Ava say. Lily says she don't like you. Mom quickly grab Ava. At same moment. Doll fall over by itself. Hard. Mom now scared too. Next morning, they throw doll away. Far away. Into garbage place outside town. That night. Ava sleep peacefully first time in days. But around midnight. Mom hear small sound from hallway. Tap, tap. She opened bedroom door slowly. And there. At end of hallway. The doll was sitting. Dirty. Wet from rain. Facing bedroom. Smiling. After that, family move away. Nobody know how doll come back. But Ava never forget those whispers. And even now, many years later. She hate dolls. Because deep inside. She still believe Lily was never just a toy. And that was the last of the 20 scary stories for tonight. Maybe some of these stories were just strange coincidences, or maybe some things in this world are not meant to be understood. Sometimes the dark hides more than we can see, and sometimes the scariest things are the quiet things that happen when nobody else is around. Maybe tonight, before you sleep, you will hear a small sound outside your room, maybe footsteps in the hallway, maybe a soft whisper coming from the dark corner near your bed. And maybe, just maybe, after hearing all these stories, you will not want to look. If you stayed with me until the very end, thank you so much for listening. I really hope these scary stories gave you chills and kept you awake just a little longer tonight. Now before you go to sleep, make sure you leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another scary story upload. Now lock your doors, check your windows one last time, and try to sleep. Because sometimes, the scariest stories are the true ones.